Kenyans have taken their beef with Tanzanians and their beef with specifically ZUCHU to a whole other level. Now, Kenyans never come to play, and when Kenyans online say they will do something, even if they said it online, trust me, it will happen, even if it was meant to happen qua ground. Now, what we're talking about is what ZUCHU experienced during the Chan Festival. This was the celebration that took place right before the game between Morocco and Madagascar, and that was the final game of the Chan Games. So among the artists who were to perform during this event, we had ZUCHU. Now, they did a careful selection of some of the greatest East African artists. These were the people who are called to perform at the event. Among them, we had Savara, and we also had ZUCHU, and we had Eddie Kenzo from Uganda. Now, the other performances, we can say they went smooth, but ZUCHU experienced a whole different thing. And trust you me, it wasn't that a memorable experience for her. However, for Kenyans, it's very different, because for some it means a victory, for some it means an achievement. So where did all this begin? Where did the beef, and this time we're going to focus on the beef between Kenyans and ZUCHU, because it's gotten personal. So ZUCHU is believed, or Kenyans did this because they believe that ZUCHU at one point disrespected Kenyans. Now, there's one thing that Kenyans really do hate, that is disrespect, especially in their faces. So rumors and word going round was that ZUCHU said that she would never step in Kenya, that she wouldn't have anything to do with Kenya. And this was the time when we were having Kenyans getting personal with Samia Suluhu. And we also remember that even at that point, people didn't go smooth or slow on Samia Suluhu just because she is the president. I mean, people said what and voiced whatever they felt about her at the time. And it's said that ZUCHU came out and said that she wouldn't have anything to do with Kenyans since, because Kenyans were coming or were against Samia Suluhu and were coming at her. Now, also, it's being said that she also said, allegedly, that she will not work with Kenyan artists. Now, Kenyans having heard this, because this is not something that went under the bridge or under the water. This is something that circulated online, and recently she even denied having uttered such words in an interview, because she did a media tour and we've seen her in different stations doing interviews. In one of those interviews, she spoke about it, and she said, in fact, she outright denied the allegations.
Right now, they have this thing that they are putting out there, and I do know where it came from. That I said I wasn't gonna perform in Kenya, that I hated. And you know, the typical me who blocks things and never deals with things caused that, because it was two guys from a radio show. I don't know if it's a big radio, a small, but I saw them discussing that, and I was like, who told you this?
So it wasn't true that you said you would not ever.
I know those ones. Kuja ndani mbele nyuma ya tent nitakwambia. I know those presenters.
Like professional artists, you would never utter those words.
Because Kenyans, remember when Kenyans were talking about Mama Samia?
Yeah.
So the story was that because you support Mama Samia, that you make a ban kufanya kazi na
So
Kenya.
where did I ever say that or comment that?
Yeah.
Wait.
Right.
So the typical me who ignores things, I saw that and I was like, you know what, blocked. I just didn't deal with it. And right now I see it's coming up, and it breaks my heart, because half of my viewers come from Kenya. And I really respect my fans. I don't respect trolls.
Yeah.
I do respect my fans.
Yeah.
Speaking of Kenyan collaborations, your new album, Peace
Tinini.
and Mine, right? Ukona collabo na Hat the Band.
Yeah, Hat the Band.
Yemi Alade.
Yemi
You perform Kesho. Talking about that
But
one.
it was rather a little bit too late. She should have said this earlier. Maybe it would have saved her from what happened at Kasarani. So despite her saying this, Kenyans had already caught beef. Kenyans were already feeling the disrespect, and Kenyans believe that she actually did say these words. Even in the comment sections online under this video, you will see people saying that ulisema nokasema, and that she was just denying it because she had been invited to perform at the Chan festivals that took place in Kenya. Tanzania. So this is one of the questions I have for you in this video. What are your thoughts on this? I mean, do you believe Zuchu when she says that she did not utter those words? Ama you also believe that anyway she did it and she deserved what she got? Because that is why Kenyans went ahead to boo at her during her performance, and not only that, but also to fulfill the promise they had made earlier on. Because when Kenyans found out that Zuchu was going to be among the artists that were to perform at the event, I mean, people were not happy from the very first minute this information was made public knowledge. Like, it started from the beginning. So people promised that they would in fact sing the Kenyan national anthem at the event during ZUCHU's performance. And bro, when Kenyans say they'll do it, they do it, and that is exactly what they did. Now, I don't know what this means. I can imagine ZUCHU must have felt bad, because it always feels bad when you're a person who is doing art and you're not getting the reception that you are hoping for from your audience. And looking at ZUCHU, I mean, this is not the first time she is experiencing it. She has experienced this before, even in her own home in Tanzania. So it's probably not new, but to have a whole country, people of a whole country going against you, I mean, that's something else. That's crazy. Now, clips are surfacing online and we are seeing different clips. In some clips, we get to hear people boo loudly at her during her performance, and in other clips, we get to hear people singing the national anthem. And it's said that she didn't get to finish her time, or the time that was intended for her performance. She didn't get to give people a show throughout that time because of this reception from the audience. So there's this specific clip that is making rounds online, and we can see that yes, she was performing. We can also hear the audience not being very excited about what she's doing on stage. And then looking at this clip, it gives us a hint that Zuchu may have left the stage before she was done with her performance, or before her intended time. We had things going crazy, especially during the moment when she started singing her recent song Amanda. And this is also something else that has earned her pretty much a lot of criticism from Kenyans. When she released the song, I feel like Kenyans were not vibing to it. People criticized it a lot on social media, even though she recently mentioned that this is her current best song. Well, not everyone feels the same, and this was evident at the Chan festivals as well. So what we see mainly in this clip is the fog effects, the color fog effects, and we have a lot of it. And this, as we know, also affects, are we seeing the stage clearly? And it's being said that this was what was done just to prevent people from seeing Zuchu run out of the stage. The entire thing has gone viral, and people all over social media are reacting to it. Kenyans are reacting to it in different comment sections, and we even have people from different nationalities, Ghanaians and Nigerians, also speaking about the same thing and just basically saying that, if there's one thing we should all learn from all this, is that do not play with Kenyans. But I want to ask you, because I can also see some people defending Zuchu, saying that, at the end of the day, she still made her money, or she's just an artist chasing the bag and didn't deserve that. What are your thoughts on that? Do you feel what was done to her was fair? Did she deserve it? Talk to us in the comment section, and thank you for watching this video. Remember that you can always stay tuned and stay updated here on BNN, not just through our videos here on YouTube, although we do thank you very much for staying tuned and subscribing and consuming the content that we put on this channel. But also remember that we have a BNN Telegram and a BNN Instagram. So just search a BNN Basic everywhere, and there you can get updates in real time. Also, you can run your ads on this platform. If you'd like to get started, message BNN Market Bot. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, stay updated here on BNN.